Hello, my name is Bianco. In this video we will have a look at the Mora knife, limited edition from 2024. So last year they did bring out a limited edition in this color. As best as I know, they only made that for 1 year, then they switched to another color combination. What we have here is the typical Mora knife that we all know. Just the color combination is a bit different. In this case we have the basic 546 model, and this in S in stainless steel. I mean, the blade is stainless steel. You can get the same, pretty much the same knife also in a carbon steel version, where then the handle color is reversed, so to make a bit a difference. So you see the original sticker on the polymer sheet. The sheet is like always the same deal, nothing special except the fancy coloring. It's a light green variation, similar to the apocalyptic green that we use on the Swiss Army knives and other items. So I like that bright color of green, and the red looks pretty good too. So that was a good combination for me. So finally I did get a deal on that variation. So as I said, the carbon steel blade version would have reversed colors on the handle, and of course a carbon steel blade. In this version here we have a typical stainless steel Scandi grind blade. The blade is always pretty much the same. It's just the handle variation that they play with their different models. The blade style or shape is often pretty much the same. So we have on this handle injection molding, a two-part injection molding. First is the red part, molded directly onto the knife blade, and then the green is over molded. Usually that is done, say, with a harder polymer and a softer rubberized part. In this case we have the same hard plastic or polymer on both variation. Doesn't matter is it the red or the green, it's relative hard and not rubberized. No lanyard hole, unfortunately, but new for 2025, Mora did show a version of this knife with an actual pretty big lanyard hole at the SHOT Show in Las Vegas. So that's coming, different variation of colors, I'm sure, pretty soon too. They start with 1 or 2 colors, and then it gets more and more. The rest of that new knife did look pretty much the same, except that they added a lanyard hole. I know many of you would have had that feature before. I agree, I would like to have that on knives too. If you don't need it, it's still there. If you don't have it, like in this case, you need to look what you do best in case you wanna not drop the knife somewhere in a lake or a river or down in a valley of a mountain or something. So it is how it is. That is just the basic version. One other version that they did show is basically this knife here, but with a gray, I would say medium gray color sheet and handle. The handle is not in two-tone, but everything is gray. Of course, quite likely they still did mold it in 2 parts, but it's all in a gray recycled polymer. So that they call it the recycled model. I don't know yet if that one would be cheaper or if that one would have a regular price. It's just grey looking with a grey sheet and a grey handle. Is that gonna help? Well, I mean, some people quite likely gonna like grey color for whatever reason too. That is okay, but if the price is not a bit cheaper on the recycled materials used, by the way, they say the blade is made out of recycled stainless steel as well. So yeah, if the price is a bit cheaper, why not? Or to round up the collection that you have, you know, a grey model. But if it's not gonna be much cheaper, I don't think the grey model gonna sell too well. So anyway, last point, if you don't have a mora knife, get one. Doesn't have to be this color combination. There is plenty others out there that you can pick up relative inexpensive. Those knives are now made for quite some decades, and that is a great knife to have. It's not too small, it's not too big. It's basically an essential knife. You can use that outdoors, you can use it in the kitchen if you want. For me, if you can select, get the stainless steel blade, because the carbon steel blade usually is a little bit cheaper, but it may stain if you say cut lemons or certain fruits. It may stain, it may even rust if you don't care about it. So the stainless steel blade version is a bit more easier to handle prior getting off a rust or something. For me here in the jungle of North Georgia, wet and humid, I never had much problems with rust on mora knives at all. But still, if I can, I rather buy a stainless steel version. That's why we have here the stainless steel version on the table and not the carbon steel one that would have be, I think, about $1 cheaper, something like that. So anyway, get a mora knife if you don't have one. If you know somebody that doesn't have one, that is into knives, get them some as a gift. They sure gonna enjoy that great Swedish knife as well. So that much about this limited edition of the mora knife.